Hey, how are you doing, guys? How are you today? Hey, look, what's up? What's up? What's that avatar? It's a Joshi? Hi, Ale. Hi, Joe. Hello, Prasu, Kumar. Hey, Jonathan. All right, guys. Let's get started. Hey, Balls, how you doing? All right. Okay, so today, guys, today we have, well, yesterday, more important than today. Yesterday we had Microsoft and Meta, and they just went amazing. I mean, Microsoft has been solid for the last few years. Actually, for a few days, it was the top one uh, company. I mean, on market value or market capitalization this year. So it has been doing great, right? So Microsoft was great yesterday, and it just ripped very aggressively during the post market hours. And today we will have two of the Max 7 giants, right? So today is gonna be Apple and Amazon. So everything will happen on the after hours. So I want to show you this. Well, you know that I don't like Apple too much. I mean, trading Apple too much. I'm an Apple lover. I have everything on my life. It's from the Apple brand. My computer, my phone, uh, my TV streaming service. I mean, I have everything. My watch. I love Apple as a company, but I just don't trust Apple for trading. And let me show you why. So this is kind of funny. So this is the actual chart for Apple today. Can you see this and tell me that you trust these numbers? So this is I mean, this is just funny, guys. It's a barcode pattern, or I don't know how to say it. So yeah, so I mean, this is one of the reasons I don't like Apple, at least to trade, because it's very algorithmic. It's very um, it's owned by fund hedges, and it's very corporate. So everything here it's like very controlled. I don't want to say manipulated, because it's not. I mean, this is just how market works. It's not manipulated. It's just a different way to trade and to manage the assets, especially when holding shares for Apple. But this is one of the reasons I don't like to trade Apple, because I mean, today it's super evident the floor or the support here. It was 211.55. Uh, but in a regular day, that happens. That happens a lot. That happens a lot. Suddenly, you have like a huge week just like this, and you know what where it came from, and it's just, well, this is Apple. Don't worry if you ever listen to me when I'm just saying don't trust Apple. It's because of this. Yeah. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Patrick, Pax Rule, first time here. Welcome to this extension of the trading family. So okay, so just because we are not, I mean, we were not planning on trade Apple, or just because today is the earnings call later in the day. So I mean, but anyways, I mean, I don't see anything uh, worth to trade. Can you see? I mean, yes, we broke the 5 minute opening range, but look at this price action here. I mean, just ugly. All right, so let's go to the next one with earnings today. It's Amazon, and Amazon was less algorithmic than Apple. Actually, it didn't move too much. Like like it's usual for Amazon. If you go back in your charts and look how it behaved on the past during earnings day, this is actually very, 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 very slow, even for Amazon. And yes, it moved like 4 points during the day. I mean, from high of the day to low of the day, it's like 4 points. However, I mean, on earnings, usually it's very volatile, and today it's well, it wasn't. So even with that, I was looking at I was looking at the plays in Amazon today. So when we had this drop on the on Amazon, I wasn't following closely because well, my style or my particular personality and trading playbook, it's trading names that are in line with the indices, right? So for example, here indices were just ranging and even going up after 10:20 in the morning, both of them. So Amazon was actually going to the downside. So this was out of my look, just first because it was earnings day, but second because it was on the opposite direction than the indices. However, I mean, if you were just looking for price action here, I mean, you can see this break of the 5 minute opening range, uh, decent displacement, this pullback right to the edge of the 5 minute opening range. But we had no strong reaction here. I mean, yes, we stopped here with these two candles, but then we just went to the upside to this pre-market low 189.60. Again, we have a weak reaction here, and then we just drop from here. But well, actually, if you look at the indices, QQQ was rejecting the high of the day or the 5 minute opening range high, and the same thing with SPY. So but again, I mean, I don't like to trade short from the top of the range or to trade calls from the bottom of the range, right? So this is just we are just looking at the price action here. Then I mean, we have no continuation on low of the day. We actually reversed, and this was kind of the first opportunity that I saw here. This is the well, it's not. Again, this is the 1 minute opening range low. So, but when we reclaim this, I want to show you what was happening on the indices, right? So you can see here order blocks. Actually, I was trading SPY this morning, so that's why you see a lot of boxes and some circles on here. But look at this. I mean, if you were expecting the reclaim of this 1 minute opening range and you were looking for the price action on the indices, well, we had this pullback to this order block previous high of the day. And if I mean, if you were looking for something like this and you were aiming to 190.80, well, this is a 1 to 3.5 risk reward ratio trade. Again, I mean, I wouldn't be looking to trade Amazon today just because it's earnings day. But even if you were looking to the opening price, this was a 1 to 2.3 risk reward ratio trade. But again, I mean, too much risky, too much volatility. The IB were just up. So just for you to watch different opportunities here, or even this one, right? I mean, again, I don't like this is the pre-market low. This is pre-market low. I don't like to trade a, a reversal from the bottom of the range. So this is the bottom of the range because it's pre-market low. So, but can you see here? I mean, look how nice the reaction on both indices, right? I mean, we were having a nice hammer on SPY, but also we were having this break, displacement, and retest on the pre-market high for QQQ. So it was in this circle. So can you see? So when we had this retest of the pre-market low, if you were trading inside of the range, I mean, this will be a nice opportunity if it wasn't earnings day, right? So okay, so now we just covered the two with earnings for today. Let's go to the chat. Hola Carlita, Prasu, which stickers you play the most? Well, the ones that I like the most is Amazon and AMD, then Nvidia and Tesla, and lastly, it's a mix between Google, Apple, Microsoft. Now I'm just following Palantir and AVGO. I have not traded them, but I'm just looking at them. But my favorite ones are Amazon, AMD, Tesla, and Nvidia. And well, obviously the indices. Just not with the break and retest. With the indices, I like to trade market structure. All right, so okay, so let me go to AMD. Actually, the next one on the list is AMD. So look at this range, right? Look at this range. The 5-minute opening range was from 99.48 to 98.49. It's a $1 range, but in a name like this, it's a 1% of the value range. So this is huge for AMD. So as you can see, it was just ranging most of the day. We have pre-market low here at 99.18, and actually, well, again, as I said, I don't like to trade from the bottom of the ranges. So, but if it's a mix of the bottom of the range, and this is today's open, today's opening price was 99.26 or something like that. So this shadow box is the daily gap. So this is yesterday close. This is today's open. So if we were waiting for this reclaim of the opening price, and actually this is a nice retest of the pre-market low and reaction on the opening price. If you were waiting for this, what was happening on the indices? Well, this is not what I like. But on SPY, we were just breaking out from the previous high of the day. It was the same thing with QQQ, right? So again, I don't like to trade breakouts, but if you were looking for a breakout on the indices and some confluence on a tech name, this was your name, right? So this was your name because this was actually uptrending, not with the relative strength that we would like according to the indices move, but well, this was uptrending, and with the reclaim of the opening price, then this displacement and retest of the pre-market low and the opening price. If you open your position here and you have your stop loss, let's say on the pre-market low or a little below your pre-market low or below your retesting candle, and you were actually aiming to high of the day 99.75, this was a 1 to 2.2 risk reward ratio trade, and we actually had all the way up to 100. And let me tell you why 100 is very important. Not just because it's the next strike, but also it has been like a solid and strong key level on the daily chart. So if you go to the daily chart and look for AMD, you will see that the 100 key level has been strong key level for not just today or the past weeks, but for several months or even last year. It was a very relevant key level. So it was kind of obvious that it will hit the 100. This 100 has been like a magnet. So if you were aiming to high of the day, maybe you could be uh, aiming to the 100 key level. So this was a 1 to 3.6 risk reward ratio trade, and that was the only opportunity that I saw in AMD according to the break and retest strategy. Because if you are trading breakouts, or if you are trading market structure, well, this was kind of easy, right? I mean, once we had this change of character with this higher low, and then we had this higher high, this was piece of cake, right? So the market structure here was very clear, very obvious. So if you were trading something like this, or even just the breakouts, I mean, you had a party today on AMD. All right. So anyone took a trade on AMD today? Hey Gabriel, how you doing? Hi Lisa. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I don't think AMD was on the radar of anyone, because again, this was just ranging during most of the day. But again, if you were trying to trade something with AMD, this 100 key level was a strong target, and also this yellow box, it's a gap on the daily chart. So it goes all the way to 176. So I had I had my hope that it will fill the gap today, uh, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen. And we will talk about SPY at the end, but you will see why it didn't happen. And that's why I like to look for confluence with the indices. So you will see. So let me go now to NVIDIA. NVIDIA, again, uh, we were kind of ranging between this 5 minute opening range, but once we reclaim this, this is the 1 minute opening range high. So once we reclaim this, I know this is a small displacement. I actually accept it. But if you didn't like this first entry, it actually offered a few other opportunities here. And the most important thing is I want you to identify what the indices were doing on every retest of this 1 minute opening range high, or even on this opening price, right? So first entry here, it was 1034. You had this baby displacement retest and good reaction on this on the level. So if you have your, let's say, if you open your position here on the next confirmation candle right above the retesting candle, and you had your risk at the opening price or just below the first retesting candle, and you were aiming to high of the day, well, this was a 1 to 4.2 risk reward ratio trade. Or if you were aiming just to the bodies of the high of the day, this was a 1 to 3 risk reward ratio trade. And again, what I wanted you to see is, look what was happening on every retest of this key level. So here I had a circle on SPY, because that was the order block on the previous high of the day. And then the next retest was a retest on the pre-market high on QQQ. Can you see? I have this circle here. Here. So any of these entries was a valid entry. This was an important. This was a really important. This was a really important key level, because look, all of the times that we actually retested this area, right? Even later in the day, we had the reaction on this candle, on this baby small green candle here. So we had this downtrend, or yeah, well, we were, yeah, on this kind of downtrend, and we had this up close candle. So if you draw this order block, you will see that during the day we revisited this this level several times. Look at this, several times, right? So this was a strong number. Well, again, this is the opening price for today. So if you have any of these entries here and you were lucky to have these impulsive candles, so if you were aiming too high of the day, it was a 1 to 4.2 risk reward ratio trade. If you were aiming to these 114.42, it's a key level on the daily chart or the pre-market high. This was an amazing trade, 126.4 risk reward ratio trade. So let me go to the chat. Anyone with comments? No comments here. So anyone took an Nvidia trade today to the upside or to the downside? I really didn't like anything later in the day just because this aggressive move actually swiped all of this liquidity here on the pre-market high, and this 114.42, it's a key level. Let me show you. It's Nvidia on the daily chart. Can you see here, guys? 114.42. Look at all of the touches on this line, right? Many touches here, 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 here. So this is a strong and solid key level on the daily chart. So once we swipe all of the liquidity here, I was expecting some sort of reversal. Actually, it went a lot deeper for my likeness. But yeah, but I mean, that was kind of expected. Ale, I took Nvidia 941, 941, 941. Yeah, what you were trying to do is the pre-market low on continuation to the downside, right? It didn't have enough strength. Not only strength, but displacement. 941. Yeah, this is 941. I mean, this was very small displacement. As you can see on the indices, well, maybe QQQ was breaking the 5-minute opening range, but SPY was actually retesting the pre-market low. Can you see here? This is 941. It was retesting this pre-market low. So yeah, so I think, Ale, you left context out of your equation. So I understand your play here. But yes, I mean, in my opinion, just because we had Microsoft and Meta earnings yesterday, and they had a lot of weight, they have a lot of weight on both QQQ and SPY. I was expecting for some 15 minutes for the market to settle and actually show us their true direction or their true intentions. But I understand what you wanted to do here. Mr. Mobo, I saw the Nvidia, but didn't take it because the indices were making higher lows. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you were if you were looking to the context, the indices direction wasn't that clear. So yeah, I wouldn't take this one. But I understand what you were trying to do. It was a nice try. So I just hope, Ale, that you had your stop loss. Maybe this 5-minute opening range, 112.73. So it was a small loss. But not sure how you set or how you place your stop losses at your stop loss level. AGCL just joined the stream. Did Neto take this Nvidia trade? No, I didn't. It was another member, AGCL. Ale tried this break, displacement, and retest of the pre-market low. Risk was okay. Yeah, that's the secret. Remember, guys, I mean, even if you are not good yet, taking your entries, if you are good managing your risk, well, you will be able to stay on the game. So just try to be very disciplined with your risk, and that's kind of the secret. Okay, that's kind of the secret. All right. So after this reversal on both the Nvidia and the market, can you see it? I mean, it went from low of the day to almost high of the day, and we reverse here. We had reaction again on the pre-market low, and also we were having the same reaction on the pre-market low on SPY, right? So SPY QQQ was failing to create lower low. So this was kind of our signal for a move to the upside. So once we reclaim this 1 minute opening range high, again, this is a small displacement, but I want you to identify what was happening on the indices. All right. So even when this displacement was small, I know, I understand this. It had two different key levels here. So the first one was this order block on the very first candle. Well, this was the very last candle of the pre-market. It was kind of the order block here, a little bit above the opening price, but also the 1 minute opening range. So on this retest here, I want you to look at the indices. So let me do this. Okay. So here we have this movement here, this reaction here, but it was at the same time of this retracement and retest of this order block of the previous high of the day. And it was the same thing. It was the same thing on QQQ, right? So break, displacement, and retest of this order block on the previous high of the day. So just because all of this context, and because Nvidia was doing kind of the same move than the indices, I will take this trade here, right? I will take this trade here. I really like it because again, it's a reclaim of this 1 minute opening range. It's the reclaim of this opening price, and it's a reclaim of this order block. So all of these reclaims, or all of these key levels reclaim with the indices reaction, I will open my position here right above this previous candle, and my risk will be, let's say, the opening price, or right below the bottom of this candle. And you were aiming to high of the day. So if you were aiming to high of the day, this was a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. But look at the reaction here. There was this candle was non-stop. So probably you ended trimming your position here. This was a 1-to-6 risk reward ratio trade. And because you were really great in profit, maybe you tried your last contracts here, but I mean, this should be at least a 1-to-6 risk reward ratio trade, or a 1-to-4 risk reward ratio trade. So even if you didn't enter here, and you entered on the next retest, if you did it like this, actually you can have kind of the same risk here. Can you see the reaction on both indices? Again, they were breaking and retesting this order block here, order block here. It's not clear here, but okay. Which one? Here. So order block here, order block here. So even if you miss this one and you took it like this, I mean, it doesn't matter which entry you took, because all of them, all these three entries had very similar reaction on the indices. And after this consolidation, you had these two very impulsive candles, well, three impulsive candles. So even if you tried to stop it, you had a very nice trade here. Anyone took an NVIDIA trade? Patrick, I took the reclaim also. Learned that move from you. That's nice. That's very nice. That's very nice. I love it. um, okay, so that was NVIDIA for all of you. Later on the day, I didn't like any of these reactions on key levels because we were having we already hit these 563.67 on SPY. I just show you. Oh, that was NVIDIA. I want you to see this key level on SPY. 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, 5 touch. This was another super strong key level for SPY. So once we swiped liquidity here, I was expecting this. I mean, not this aggressive of reaction, but some sort of reaction here. But I mean, after we swipe this liquidity here, it just dropped to low of the day. Well, almost low of the day. We actually touched this 5-minute opening range low. So this is crazy, right? This is crazy. And I will show you what was my trade on SPY in a minute. All right. So that was NVIDIA. And lastly, Tesla. AGCL, no NVIDIA, but I took 2 Tesla trades. If you can type on the chat, what were your entries, stop loss, and targets for your trades? I would love to see it here on the chart. So okay, so Tesla, we had this very erratic opening. So we have a huge 5-minute opening range. So we actually gap down. We gap down. I mean, yesterday close was this 282.15. We opened 280.04. So I mean, it was a small gap, but anyways, it was a gap, right? So we had this this huge 5-minute opening range. So we went all the way down, all the way up, and then we started to coming down. And I didn't like anything here until we broke this 5-minute opening range. And even here, I mean, we didn't have like a nice and good break and displacement. So this was kind of a immediate retest. This green line is the previous week high. This what is this? 286.85. So I mean, this key level was very important, right? I mean, this is a key level on the daily chart. So but we didn't have any displacement here. So that's why I didn't like this. So here, later on the day, we had this break, displacement, and retest of this order block created on the previous high of the day, right? So this previous high of the day created an order block here. So I want to show you what was happening on the indices. Well, again, a nice break and retest of an order block on both indices. So if you take your trade right here, like let's say 288.44, let's say 288.50. So if you take your trade here, 288.50, and you were having your risk at the bottom of these candles retesting the order block, and you were aiming to a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio trade, it was right to this 290. That's a round number, strike number, side number. So this was a 1-to-2 risk reward ratio trade just in 2 candles. But actually we went all the way to 290.50, right? So this was at least at 1 to 2.6 risk reward. And what was happening on the indices? Well, in both indices, I want to show you something. While we were retesting this 563 key level on SPY, as I told you, this was a strong key level on the daily chart. Well, what was happening on QQQ? Well, we were retesting this 486.58, that it's a key level on the daily chart. Let me show you. So it was a key level on the daily chart. So this was a very strong key level also. So this is important to have context over all of the indices, or I mean, all of the indices, SPY and QQQ, and look for the reaction on the same spots on your tech names. So once we swipe this liquidity here on both indices, what's happening with our tech names? They started dropping. They were following the indices again. So anyone took a Tesla trade today? AGCL first trade, I long on previous day high. It's this 285.36. Retest targeting high of the day. What retest? Like this? 1029? No, it was actually. Did you say erotic? No, erratic. Erratic. I'm sorry, Ale. I'm sorry. But yes, I mean, if you won, that was erotic. All right, 9:45. 9:45. Well, I mean, and you long previous day high. Previous day high. It's 284.45. It is. Yes, previous day high. It's 284.45. Exit 40% of high of the day. Well, you never hit high of the day. Well, maybe this with the no. Well, but you never hit high of the day. Second trade was a trend line breakout with a reclaim of the 1 minute order. 1025. 1025. This one. Okay. Well, this actually was nice, right? I mean, it's the break. It's a breakout of the 1 minute opening range. But if you were looking at the indices, they were actually uptrending. So that was a nice trade. And the tier one, there was no tier one. Okay. QXN, I took the Tesla at the cross of 933 candle. 933, what, brother? That was huge. Hammer price action at 932. 932, hammer. Are you in Eastern time or Central time? QXM 933, let's say 1033. Yeah, probably you are Central time and you are talking about this hammer, and then you took this one. So yeah, remember that. I mean, I am in Central time. I'm in Texas, but I have my charts on Eastern time, so it's kind of the standard time or language for when I'm sharing my charts and you know my trading stuff with you. It's like everyone is talking on New York time, right? But okay, so I mean just for reference, right? I mean if you are telling me an hour, try to convert it to Eastern time, or just tell me, hey, it was this time, Pacific time, Mountain time, Central time, or whatever time. All right. Thank you, brother. I mean everything right. Just trying to understand. Okay. Okay. So 1033 again. Okay. So 1033 cross candle with the hammer price action. Yes, this hammer, and stop at the bottom of the pulse crossing. Yeah, well, that was a huge, that was a huge risk. So let's say this bottom of the impulsive candle here, and you were aiming to a one, well, that's nice. You got it. All right, that's nice. That's good. That's good. All right. I like these kind of opportunities. Again, in my playbook, we needed displacement and then the retest. And here, we didn't have any. We actually never touched the 5 minute opening range. However, if you were, let's say that, okay, well, this was a uh, an order block, all right? That this was actually the order block. So if you were saying like, okay, well, we bounce out of this order block, yes, I can see what you say, what you did. It's just in my playbook, it needed more displacement and then the retest. But if you see again, if you are looking at the context, look what the indices were doing. It's right on the circle, right? They broke and retested these two order blocks from the previous high of the day. So that was a nice trade. I mean, just because of the context, because here it's out of my playbook because it lacks displacement. But when you are looking at this price action in context with the indices, that was a super nice trade. Congratulations, my friend. 84% rule? No, it's not. It's not the 84% rule. It's actually a very different play. Just because we had this huge drop, we broke all of the key levels here. So no, this was a different. This was just a different play. Usually, the 84% rule happens a few minutes later, right? It's like, okay, well, we tried. I don't know, like the to break and retest the high of the day, but it failed. Uh, or it dropped more than expected. So if it reclaims that high of the day on the next 10-15 minutes, that could be considered the 84% rule. So we do have a super nice video about the 84% rule. We actually have two different videos. So if you can ask me on the Discord and tag me, I will share with you these videos, just trying to understand better the 84% rule. Okay, so that's all for me, guys. If you want me to go over a different ticker, please send it to me before the session, on the next sessions, so I can prepare some levels for you and just try to have some context. And please, I need a favor from you. I need you to go subscribe to the channel. If you like the session, just hit the like button. But more important than that, please hit the subscribe button, so we can keep doing this. So thank you very much, and I will see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.